We'll be travelling from the southern tip of England to the north and up into Scotland as Channel 4 News pops up in your area.
And we've popped up all over the southwest to hear your views and opinions about the economy. Later in the programme, we'll be reporting the stories you've brought to us. Well, welcome to Cornwall. We're in Foy for the first ever Channel 4 News pop-up, hearing your views and concerns and reporting on stories in your neck of the woods.
Is that difficulty of keeping up with rising prices, of squeezed real incomes, is stretching across Britain and across the income scales.
Most of the people who come to Cornwall love Cornwall and do not want to feel like pariahs and not wanted here. They would like to contribute more, but the system isn't there to do it.
You could say, and you would struggle to do so with a straight face, that the public toilet represents the citizens' most intimate relationship with public space and with publicly funded space.
The MacArthur Glen Designer Outlet in Swindon is where the mighty locomotives of the Great Western Railway used to get a makeover. Now you're more likely to get a designer makeover. But like many around the country, Swindon's High Street has suffered from the rise of out-of-town shopping centres, the internet and, of course, the recession.
From the glory days of its past, Swindon town centre has fallen on hard times.
The people of Swindon have been bearing their soul, or rather more, to tell Channel 4 News pop-up what they think about the economy. And you've been tweeting us all day using the C4 News pop-up hashtag, telling us your stories and views. John Torbett tweeted that the economic recovery seems to be struggling, despite seeing a man paying £4 for a coffee. Mr. Henry G said he thinks it's stagnant growth with high inflation, worst of all worlds, just not technically a treble dip. And Identity 3x5 opined that the only place the economy is getting better is on graphs made to disguise the real situation.
Welcome to the northeast of England, to the town of Middlesbrough, beneath the mighty Transporter Bridge, a symbol of the steely resolve of the northeast, and the region's needed plenty of that over the years. It's the latest in our Channel 4 News pop-up week. We're going from Cornwall to Scotland via Swindon and Cumbria to hear the issues that our viewers have told us are the stories we should cover.
It's a mysterious invasion of little blue balls. Now, there's a dedicated team of litter pickers out on this beach, and actually it's almost spotless. Except, that is, for these mystery blue balls. No matter how many they pick up, they keep coming back.
And it looks completely different, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
yeah,
gorgeous.
It's great.
Now.
It's great.
And what difference has that made?
Oh, it's made loads of difference. I mean, you'd only have to walk into the next alley and look at that. No, I mean, it's just full of dog muck and rubbish and chairs and beds and stuff like that. This is great.
And we've been asking for your input online. You've been sending us images of your Middlesbrough and also tweeting about life, jobs and what it's like to live here. Darren Winter, who tweets under the handle Futures Green, says, "Story about Middlesbrough you should tell is that it's not awful or grim, has opportunities, friendlier people." But Ian Robinson, aka Eyes Wide Shut 75, has a bleaker perspective, telling us, "Green shoots in Middlesbrough, endless 0-hour contracts, workfare, no jobs. I've been referred to a food bank."
And here we've been hearing about the issues which viewers have asked us to cover, especially the economic recovery, such as it is, and how it looks far away from Westminster.
Just all over, not being able to look after your children.
Yeah, electric, gas, yeah.
Just it's your general, to us it's a lot, it's everything really at the moment.
School holidays as well at the moment, it makes it even worse.
Yeah, you know, when they're at school at least they get fed.
In this particular area, my constituents are taking those jobs, but the average income is about £16,000 here, so it's a very beautiful area, but it's not an area of wealthy people.
Welcome back to Ullswater in the Lake District, the latest in our stop in Pop-Up Week. We've been asking you what stories Channel 4 should be covering.
Today you've been sending us your pictures from across Cumbria and tweeting about what it's like living and working here. Jerry says he and most of his friends had to move away from Cumbria to find jobs after university as there are so few graduate jobs. He calls it a brain drain. But human resources professional Wayne Singleton thinks there are opportunities in the area. He says he's seeing massive growth in engineering and manufacturing businesses in the South Lakes. And when we asked for your questions to put to Cumbria Tourism, Ian McLaughlin wanted to know if their broadband was fit for purpose.
But is it still relevant? Well, Donald Campbell's daughter Gina followed in his footsteps and joins me now.
Hi,
Gina, this feels pretty risky to me, but what your father did was pretty extraordinary, wasn't it?
He was an extraordinary man, yes. I mean, he knew the risks he was taking. And for me to be back here at Ullswater with this wonderful backdrop and to relive those moments when he broke his first water speed record here back in 1955 is really very, very poignant to me.
Welcome to Edinburgh, Scotland's capital, home of the Edinburgh Festival, of course. Later we'll look at the story viewers here wanted to be told, whether the vast sums spent on big transport schemes are really justified.
An old disused distillery brought back from the dead a few years ago by a pair of entrepreneurial investors. It's now the biggest employer on the Isle of Islay.
When you go, mind the road, we're digging up the tarmac. Streets are blocked, shops are shut, but go and see the pandas. Where's the trams? What's the plans if you're looking for the answers? Go and see, go and see, go and see the pandas.
Independence, prospect of, or possibility of independence fill you with more optimism?
Yeah, it does actually.
Coming to the end of this festival, and already next year's festival is in trouble about the issue of independence and whether it should put it right at the heart of the festival. What's your view on that?
The Fringe. Nobody's saying to the Fringe, hey, you can't do this. There'll be lots of plays, I guarantee. Lots of plays, lots of comedy, lots of skits about the approaching independence referendum. It just won't be an official festival.
And you can join me for more after the show if you can bear it. I'll be hosting a live online debate at www.channel4.com/news, C4 News Pop-Up, on the economic recovery with people we've met this week up and down the country. You can watch live on our website, channel4.com/news from 8:30. But until then, here's Kathy Newman in London.
Thanks, Jackie. Loving the sticker on the dog.